All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahat Rachak Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and my apostles at Great Millstone that do group well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3, and Lord's will. This will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahat Rachak Kodash. Okay, and as the title reads, it's time to put away childish things. Now that's that's verbatim, an exact quote out of the scriptures, which I'm gonna build this lesson off that scripture as the foundation, which the Wadi Habashim Shai for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. Okay, and as the title reads, as I said, it's time to put away childish things. Now this lesson is only going to be directed, all right, to the sincere sheep, okay, because this truth, all right, is not only knowing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, it's also carrying and conducting yourself as a Hebrew Israelite, and one would say, well, how do you do that? Well, this is why we have laws, statutes, commandments, okay, the things written aforetime. Let's actually start off with that. The things written aforetime were written for our learning, okay, so we're learning how to conduct ourselves, okay, to embrace being what is pleasing to the Lord as a Hebrew Israelite, okay. Let me get this real quick. I got like 5 things I want to say, but let's start this off right. All right. I always get this one. Was it right here? Yep. Romans 15:4. All right. Let me make sure. Okay. Just making sure that we are live. All right. Romans 15:4. It says, whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Okay. So we're learning how to conduct ourselves. We're learning how to think. We're learning, all right, how to handle situations. We're learning how to be men. All right. The few sincere sisters, they're learning how to be women. All right. Now, this lesson in particularly is directed towards the Israelite man. Okay. Because the Israelite man is what? The head. Okay. Here on earth. All right. It goes Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Israelite man, Israelite woman, Israelite child. So we as men, all right, we have been put in a stead. Okay, we've been given a very important role when it comes to life. All right, and Babylon, Esau, Edom, deception, curses. All these things have played a major part to stop us from conducting ourselves as Israelite men. So this truth, okay, is to build us up to be, all right, an Israelite man. Okay, this truth has been given to us so we can attempt to seek perfection, all right, while we're here in captivity. Now, the perfection will ultimately come until the kingdom, but it should be in your mind, it should be in your spirit, okay, to reach a pinnacle, all right, that is pleasing to the Lord while we are still here. Okay, we should not be in a spirit of just getting by. We should not be sluggish. Okay, we should be diligent. All right, we should be precise. We should be pristine. Okay, there is a level and manner that we as Israelite men have to conduct ourselves. Okay, now when you go into that word learning in Romans 15, it goes into teaching and instruction. Okay, that which is taught, doctrine. So the things written aforetime were written for our instruction. This is why we are rehearsing the righteous acts. We just had Passover about a week or so ago. All right. And we just got done with the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Now, all those things, that ceremony, that solemn assembly that we conducted, everything that we did was found in the scripture. So we followed the instructions, okay, to have a Passover. Like you follow the laws so you know what to do for the Sabbath. But what are you following according to the scriptures on your day-to-day? Okay. What are you reading on your day-to-day to change you, okay, and instructing you to be what? An Israelite man. So this is what we have to do. Not only are we reading these scriptures, all right, and teaching them, we first and foremost have to eat the role ourselves, okay? So just like this lesson is directed to myself, all right? This is, and Tawadi Abba Shema Shai, for putting this on my spirit, but this has been pressed on my spirit lately. And I've been seeing a lot of videos that are going out about being men, conducting yourself right, handling yourself according to the church. There is a level that we have to keep as Israelite men. And I feel that vibration, all right, is being pushed, and it needs to continue to be pushed because we're still in captivity. We don't have the new covenant yet. Okay, it hasn't been put into us yet. So we ourselves have to put in work. And what does the scripture say? Show me thy faith by thy work. So you changing, all right, according to the spirit, you changing according to the learning and reading and the teachings and elders and brothers around you, and you're taking heed to that. That's what we should be doing. Let me finish this off though. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So we have hope that what we're reading, what we're learning is changing us for the better. Okay, this truth is all about changing for the better. You should be a new creature. All right, you should be a better man than what you were in the world. Now that makes me think of Ephesians. I believe it's 2:22. Let's see. I mean, we could go to Colossians, but Ephesians is sticking out to me. I think it's Ephesians 2:22. Let me just make sure. Let's go down. Ephesians 2. No, that's not maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 4. Let's try Ephesians 4. Let's see. Does this go to the next chapter? Okay. Let's see if it's Ephesians 4:22. Let's see what that says. Yep. Barakat Bashmel Shai. It says Ephesians 4:22. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversations of the old man. Now, I will say this too. Oh, first, Shalom, Yahweh Bashmel Shai, Bashmel Kakadash Brakathum. All right, to sincere brothers tuning in, and any of you few sincere sisters that might be listening. And if any of you sisters out there, are more interested in how to change yourself, okay, what you should be in that spirit, not being proud, acting like you don't need to change nothing outside of your clothes, all right, you can read Titus 2, all right, read the book of Titus 2, chapter 2. That's a good read. But like I said, this lesson is directed towards us as young men, all right, young brothers, all right, because a lot of us are younger. I mean, I myself, I'm in my 30s carnally, all right, but in this truth, I haven't been in this truth that long. So we have to continue to remain humble and constantly hungry for change, all right, hungry to change for the better. Do not get complacent with where you're at, okay? Now, don't become don't go over righteous, but as a man, all right, you should be seeking a personal best according to your measure with the scriptures. Okay, we all should want better for ourselves. Now look at this. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man. Now the Bible actually has enough respect to call us the old man, which I'll say, we really were never a man. Okay, however old you were, we never really were men. We're learning to be men now, how you conduct yourself. And I want to say this too, with their scriptures on it, part of being a man is being a man of your word. Okay, watch what you're saying, watch how you're conducting yourself around brothers, and make sure when you say something, it is to be true, and what you're saying is correct before you say it. That's what a man will do. A man will make sure that he is speaking a sure word. Okay, this is why the spirit, I titled it, Put Away Childish Things. Now I'm going to grab it. I'm just getting what the spirit is giving me first. And then I'm gonna grab that and continue to build Lord's will. All right. And it says the former conversations of the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. So we had deceitful lusts. We carried ourselves in a very old, brutish like manner, a very proud, stiff-necked, I don't need to be told what to do manner. Do not come into this truth, or do not be in this truth with that mindset. We always should have room to change as a man. Okay. And it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And that's a heavy thing, because you have a lot of Israelites, I'll call them brothers. Okay. I'm not speaking, and these lessons really go out to Israel. It's not just, if you're a great milk. No, this goes out to Israelites. But I will say this, there are a lot of Israelites that are out there teaching, okay, that have came up another way, and they're not being renewed in their mind. And you can see it. You can clearly see, okay, there's Jakes that ain't right, that need to be cleansed, okay? But you can be cleansed by the word. You can be cleansed by Yahweh Bashim Shai. But do you have the spirit to want that? Do you have the spirit where you want truly what is pleasing to the Lord? Or are you still coming in a gang mind mentality where if it ain't RURC, it ain't for me? I'm just saying, I was just saying that, as a generalized statement, even us, in the church of Great Millstone, it's not as if you're not in Great Millstone, you're not a man of the Lord, but there is a standard that Yahweh Bashmel Shai is using, all right, starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone to push a standard for us. And it makes me immediately think of Matthew 16 and 18 when Yahweh Shai said, Peter, upon this rock, I will build my church. So Yahweh Shai does have a specific church. Okay, he has a specific standard that you can get the wholeness from. Okay, and that's what we're learning. We're learning to grab and grasp everything that we're required to be as men. Okay, it's not just knowing the breakdowns, it's conducting yourself as a man with those breakdowns. See, it's a big difference, because you can learn these scriptures and then use them to manipulate other Israelites. We're not here to do that. Okay, and it says, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Now, I will say this, to put on that new man, you're going to go through things. Okay. And you know what you're going to go through? You're going to go through rebuke. You're going to go through chastisement. Okay. You're going to go through ups and you're going to go through downs. This is what is going to make you into the man you are now. That's the refining. That's the purging. When you're just left alone and you're just sitting there wallowing in your nothingness, then Yahweh Bashmel Shai is not dealing with you if he's not correcting you. Okay. Now, real quick, Revelations 3 and 19. Let's just snag this. Let's put it in the red letter. Okay. This is Yahweh Shai. It says, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. So understand that when you're watching a video that makes you feel, you feel cut, that's a good thing. Okay, you have to learn to accept uncomfortability so you can grow better. When you're just being in a very comfortable, spoon-fed mindset, you're growing nowhere. You're going nowhere, shall I say? Because I said growing, but you're going nowhere. And since I said that in the spirit, let's jump right into this. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child. We all went through a childlike state of mind, but now being open to the truth, now being awoken, as one would say, now having Yahweh Bashmel Shai dealing with us, we cannot carry ourselves as children anymore. Even though we are the children of Israel, you can't be a child tossed to and fro. Ephesians 4:14, you cannot be a child anymore. Okay, there was a time for all that. There was time for you to be a Gentile. You are no longer a Gentile. You have to understand that there is a standard you have to keep. Okay, even if you're one brother, two brother, three brother, four brother, five brother, 12 brother, 18 brother, you have to conduct yourself on a very high level in this truth. Okay, and it starts with your mind. Stop accepting bare minimum shit. All right, excuse my language, but it has to be said like that. Look, Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children. Okay, we can't be a childlike man anymore. Okay, in the world, I was always called immature, and that shit always bothered me. But I was immature. But then, with this truth, with Yahweh Bashmel Shai, supping with me, this is what's turning me into a man, because America will not make you a man. Okay, the school system will not make you a man. Your mother cannot make you a man. Yahweh Bashmel Shai will turn you into a man, but it's going to take a lot of work. Okay, it's going to take a lot of grievousness. It's going to take a lot of uncomfortability. All right, but these are the things that have to happen. These are the fundamental building blocks. No pain, no gain. All right. And it says, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. See, everything out here is a trap. Everything out here is to set up to get you as that Israelite man serving Yahweh Bashmel Shai while in captivity. You have to understand that we are a prey here. Okay, we are a prey while we're in Babylon, because what are we doing? We're seeking righteousness. We're not attempting, we're seeking. Get that attempt out of your vocabulary as well. We're not trying, we're doing. These are things you also have to add to your repertoire as well. Stop selling yourself short. Okay, When you go to work, when your boss tells you to do something, you do it. But then when you go home, you tell yourself to do something you don't. You lack self-respect. It's time to put yourself and be a man. Okay, let's stop giving everything over to Babylon, and let's start giving everything to the Lord. Okay, I think it's Isaiah 59. I always mix up Isaiah 49 and 59. Let me see, but it just came to my mind. So let me see if I can snag that. Isaiah 59. Let's see. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. It's right in here. Is it 12? I'm always getting those ones mixed up. Bear with me. All right, I want that. Let's see. He became a prey. Okay. Understand Isaiah 59 and 15. Where was I at? Isaiah 15. Okay, I was just further down. Yep. Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. So you attempting, okay, to be a man of the Lord, right? But no, not just being a man of the Lord, but walking. Okay, you make yourself a prey now. You have to understand that. You have to understand that you are a prey out here because this place is set up for you to fail. Okay, this place has been built to eat alive the Israelite man. Okay, then woman and then child. Understand that. Understand the position you are in and where you're at. So you need to conduct and carry yourself better. This is why the scriptures say, should we then make mirth? You have a lot of Israelites, the Israelite men first and foremost, that want to be in a very jokey, laughy, mirthful, constant flesh state of mind. Okay, a real man ain't gonna want to have sex all day, drink all day, party all day, sit all day, play all day. That's why you have to put away childish things. And the Lord saw it and it displeased him that there was no judgment. So see, we have to deal with a lot of injustice. This is why you have a spirit to be indignant, okay? Indignation, all right, meaning you are offended and angry at the injustice that's taking place. I myself, I get vexed when I see, the so-called Israelite woman, I'll call the black woman, the Spanish woman, when all they want to do is party, laugh, twerk, but then it's like I look around and I see poverty, pain, anguish, disgust, lamentation. And how dare you laugh and party at our tears and our blood? See, that's what a man would see, okay? But a boy will see ass and tits and I want to play too. We're not here to play, okay? We're here to conduct ourselves as men. We're here on a mission, all right? A spiritual mission that says the kingdom of heaven is as a long journey. How are you walking in it? 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. Listen to these words. So you can still think like a child. You can still understand like a child, but watch where you're thinking like a child and understanding as a child. You can't be a simple-minded person in this truth. You need discernment. You need conduct. You need discipline. Okay. You need consideration, because if you're acting like a child, well, how do you think that's going to affect the next man next to you? Maybe that man don't have time to want to be around a childlike man. You see, it says, but when I became a man, so becoming a man, all right, is steps. Becoming a man is a process, okay? Becoming a man is sacrifice. It's loss, okay? There's a lot of things that take place in becoming a man, all right? And a lot of it's uncomfortability, okay? A lot of it is being uncomfortable. It says, when I became a man, I put away childish things. So you have to start putting away childish behavior, childlike behavior. All right. And then you as a man need to think, well, what would a childlike behavior be? Well, a child isn't a man of their word. A child doesn't listen very well. A child needs to be told more than one time to do something. A man only needs to be told once, maybe twice. You see? So these are the things you want to start applying to yourself, conducting and carrying yourself like a man. You do it for Esau. When you go to public places, when you go to court, when you're dealing with the police, when you're dealing with businesses, when you're standing in their lobbies, when you're applying for a job, you got no problem being a man for Esau. Why don't you become a man for the Lord? Why don't you become a man, all right, for yourself? You see? And that's what this truth is to do for you. Well, that's what it's supposed to do, but it also could be a trap. Let's get that in Psalms. You see? Nowhere else are you going to get correction. Nowhere else. Well, proper correction, because Esau builds correctional facilities. All right. Well, that's what he likes to call them. But let's get this real quick. Let's get this. Let's go to Psalm 69. Excuse me, I went to Psalm 79. And I'll say this too. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a good laugh. Ain't nothing wrong with a good time. But a man knows to differentiate the two. When to have a good time, when it's time to kick back, when it's time to relax, and when it's time for business. Okay. You ever have the term, there's never mix business with pleasure. You have to apply that in this truth. Okay. Just like, your young brother coming in. Hey, you have camp members, not every brother is set up to be your friend. All right. Now you can have brothers that become friends, but understand how you two met. Understand what you're here for first, just like a job. When you get hired to a job, you didn't apply to make friends, but over time you become friends with people, because the scriptures speak of that. You can gain a brother through adversity. So you may go through something, you may battle something, and then through that you grow a bond. But don't let that bond blind you from the initial goal, right? Psalm 69 and 22, it says, let their table become a snare before them, that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. See, so this truth is for your welfare. This truth, all right, is to put you on a level. Now let's look this word welfare up. All right. Let's see. What's this word welfare mean? When you go into the word welfare, it means completeness, soundness, welfare, peace. So this truth is to give you peace of mind, and then you walk with a peace of mind, and it helps you conduct yourself in a complete sound-like manner, okay? A child doesn't have a sound mind, okay? All right? A man has a sound mind. Be ye steadfast and unmovable as a man. You see? Look, quiet, health, prosperity, tranquility, contentment, okay? See? Contentment. So this truth is truly set up to put us on a high level, okay? You know what else this truth teaches us? It teaches us discernment and discipline. Look, benefits of having discipline. The possession of self-discipline. Only a man can conduct himself with self-discipline, okay? It says, hey, you got to get up for work, right? Well, if you have no problem getting up for work for Esau and being on time, which you should be, that's what a man would do. Don't be going to work late either, okay? Don't be strolling in whenever you want because you know the kingdom's coming. You're missing the mark. We're here to conduct ourselves now in a pleasing manner before the Lord gives that all to us in the kingdom. You should be conducting yourself way better than any other Jake out here. Don't be acting like a black person. There's a lot of traits that black people act like that are childlike, okay? No social skills. Huh? No order. What? Don't know what the hell they're doing, but they got all the mouth in the world to talk about it. You see? Don't conduct yourself like a stereotypical black man or black woman, okay? Live above the stereotypes. Pay your bills, pay them on time, render under Caesar, go to work, clock in, clock out. You see? Have a good name. That being a man is having a good name, someone that they can rely upon. That's what a man is. A man, like Yahushua, is someone you can rely upon. Do we not rely on Yahushua? Do we not pray to Yahushua and expect him to hear our prayers and do what we ask? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, what? The Most High is not a man, he should lie. See? So we have to conduct ourselves in that manner, where we're trustworthy, where we're dependable, okay? Where you can rely on me. See? That's where you should be at in life, getting to that level, okay? As a man, it says enables you to choose and then what the hell does it say? It says enables you to choose and then perceive with actions, thoughts, and behavior, right? Which lead to improvement and success. So you having discipline, you conducting yourself and putting away childlike things means you can perceive how your actions are going to unfold and how people are going to react to them. You're thinking with what you're saying and then how people are going to react to that. And then your behavior and conduct, okay, you're understanding if I do this and I do that, they're going to act like this. You see? It says which leads to improvement and success. It also gives you the power and inner strength to overcome addictions, procrastination. That is a heavy spirit, all right, that we have to battle in the flesh here. Okay. Procrastination. Even I myself, there's certain things that I'll do because it helps me get them done. Like, okay, the dishes need to be done. I'm doing them. Why? Because I don't want to do them. But then with me not wanting to do them, so I do them, that puts me in the spirit of what? To get it done because it has to get done. You may not want to clean your room, but you need to clean your room. And it's better for your spirit. Okay, as a man, we shouldn't have dirty houses. Okay, we shouldn't have dirty rooms, we shouldn't have dishes stacked all high. If the trash needs to be taken out, you take it out. These are things that are beautiful characteristics that we're adding onto ourselves because we should be. Okay, the average American is a slob. They live filthy, lazy, out of shape, don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're saying. We need to conduct ourselves like men, Israelite men. And we can find that in the scriptures and in the spirit and with brothers and teaching and lessons and elders. There's so many things out here and avenues that we can use to become better. And if you're not using them, you are lazy. You have a problem. Okay. It says procrastination and laziness and to follow through whatever you do. See? So you need to have discipline, all right, to conduct yourself like a man. All right. Well, let's get a couple more. All right. What do we got? We got that one. Let's go to Titus. Okay. Titus 2, I'd mentioned that. So let's go there and pull the scripture out. Okay. The times we're in, man, we just don't have time to be childlike. We don't have time. Okay. Brothers don't need, childlike brothers around them either. Okay. It's time to conduct ourselves like men. Titus 2:6, young men, likewise, exhort to be sober minded. Okay. Because being a young man, all right, coming into this truth, you really got to put off everything. Okay. Now you may have older brothers that experience things, so it may be a little easier because they've had more experience and trials and tribulation in the world. So coming into this is more of a rest feeling. But younger men who haven't experienced these things that are still kind of got to bounce in their step and kind of just living life and party and all that. Hey, you gotta be sober minded. You got to put away all that corny shit, you see, because there's a lot of men in this truth that are older. And that's another thing, too. There's a lot of young brothers that have came in, that need to understand that you have older men, all right, carnally and spiritually around you. So mind yourself, mind your manners, mind what you're saying, mind what you're trying to influence into these older men. That's I just want to throw that out there, too, for any young brother out there. Hey, even in the world, they say respect your elders. It says in all things, shewing thyself a pattern of good work. So you being a man, conducting yourself like a man, that means people can look at you as a pattern to like, I would like to act like that. Do you want to be on a level to where if a man had some sense, he would want to give his daughter to you? Like, man, that's a good man right there. Someone sees you working, man, I'd like to have him working for me, or man, you'd be a good brother to have in my life. You see? So when you conduct and carry yourself having that pattern of good works, it gives you a good name. And that's what you as a man should be doing. Okay. Now we have ups, we have downs, we have faults. We're not saying we're perfect. I have fallen many times, but you know what? I had to take it like a man. All right. I didn't make haste in the time of troubling. It made me very contrite. I was pissed off at myself, but it made me better as a man for the next task at hand. That's what this truth is about. Falling, getting hit, getting back up, not being emotional, handling shit, taking care of things. We're getting ready to rule the world. We're getting ready to rule nations. So we have to conduct ourselves rightly when we deal with people now. You should not be out here handling people the wrong way either, just because they're a heathen. I'll tell you what, the average Jake out here is a piece of shit. Okay. So don't be trying to show favoritism towards Jake because he's an Israelite, but he don't care he's an Israelite, but you do. So now you treat him better when you got an Edomite over here being at peace with you. I was telling the brother the other day, hey, I'd rather be around an Edomite. You know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I'm just on a day-to-day, all right, I don't go out and party anymore. I don't go to clubs anymore. I don't go to the bar anymore. I'm not saying you're wicked if you do. I'm just telling you I don't. So when I'm out and about, there's things I'm doing that are during the daytime, and there's a standard you need to keep in public in the daytime. And you know what? Esau knows that, and he does it. Okay. Esau will wait in line. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm just saying in the standard of what you have to be in Babylon, like at work, things like that. Hey, he keeps a standard. But Jake, he's wild. He's reckless. He does shit. He tries to get over on you. I don't want to be around a guy like that. Okay. I'm just trying to get what I need to get and get out. You see? So understand these things. When you conduct and carry yourself, people see that. You believe the kingdom is for you. You believe you're an Hebrew Israelite, but are you conducting yourself like that? Are you carrying yourself like that? How are you treating people around you? Are you some crazy do you seem like a crazy bugged out black supremacist? So you got to watch how you're conducting yourself. We are getting ready to be put on the highest level as a nation. Okay. So you need to carry and conduct yourself now as a man. All right. Understanding that. Okay. And it says, in doctrine, shewing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech. You need to make sure you have sound speech. Not only if you're out teaching, not only you're teaching, you need to know what you're teaching. Okay. You need to know what you're teaching. Don't be a parrot either. All right. You want to break down Daniel 7. Well, understand it first, then break it down. Don't just go watch a lesson and then go and reiterate it. Understand these doctrines. Understand the doctrine. Understand the 12 tribes chart. Understand the name. Don't just be repeating it. That's what a man will do. You see, the church of Berea, they studied the scriptures. Oh, okay, I get it now. All right. I don't just hear something the elder apostles are, they don't just say something. I get why you do that. Okay. Now there may be times you might not get it, but then you'll get it later on. The point is, you as a man need to be having these characteristics to you. It says that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say to you. See, so having a sound speech, understanding what you're talking about will put you on a level to where someone that speaks ill of you, ultimately they're bearing false witness. So that'll be a shame unto them. Don't give these people room to talk about you. Don't give them room to put any ill on your name. We're here to have a better name. Being a man means you have a good name. All right. Code of conduct, things of that nature. All right. Let's get First Timothy's. Let me get a couple more. Okay. Let's just get a couple more. All right. First Timothy 6. And let's go to, let's see. I guess we could start at 8. But you know what? We could start at 8. That's the conduct. But let's get right into this, okay? 1 Timothy 6:11 says, but thou, O man of God, you have to be a man of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Flee these things. See, he's talking about the love of money, temptations, foolish shit, things like that. Because see, a man, right, I have to read this now. 1 Timothy 6:8, and having food and raiment, let us be there with content. A lot of our people, starting with the man, ain't content with just food and raiment because they're pussified. Okay, the average Israelite in captivity is effeminate. All right, he's a pretty boy. Oh, nice shirt. What kind of shoes? I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to look nice or having nice clothes or things like that. But listen, we don't. You shouldn't be in this mindset of $300 sneakers. Ain't nothing wrong with having shoes or a nice pair of shoes or a couple. But you should have discernment and get what I'm saying right now. Okay, Jake is out here buying shit. They can't even start a fire. When the deal goes down, they're gonna be the first ones through. All these pretty boy $200 belt. It's not a purse, it's a satchel. It's not a ponytail, it's a man bun. All them niggas like that, they're gonna be eaten alive. You see, this truth is turning us into men and being content with things we need just to get by. Now, we don't have a just get by spirit, but we accept just getting by for right now. But do we want to just get by? No, of course we want what is owed, but we are working towards that. We're not in the kingdom yet. So we're not trying to get our constellation now. We're appreciative of what we have now because we understand why we're in this position, and only a man can do that. Okay? Jumping down 11, it says, but thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness. Being a man is carrying yourself in a godlike state of mind, being a man of your word, knowing what you're saying, having sound speech, understanding what you are teaching while you are out on the street, understanding the severity of what you're involved in and not just going along and getting along, not being a sluggard, not being lazy. You see? These are things that are a part of being having godliness. Having a good name is better than precious ointment. All right. Faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life. Even lessons like this, all right, are tempting you in your faith. You have to have faith that, damn, I do need to correct myself. Damn, I do need better. Damn, I have been acting like this. See? But hey, there's nothing wrong with correction. There's nothing wrong with fixing something that ain't right. And it says, It says, whereunto thou art also called and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. All right. We are under a microscope. We are being watched. All of our works are as the sun before Yahweh Shemal Shai. So at the end of the day, you need to make sure what you're doing is pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Now, yes, it's all about predestination, but you can't guarantee for a fact that you are of the 144,000. Yes, we are of the elect nation, but there is an elect within the elect, which is prophesied as a small remnant. So we praying that we're of the small remnant, conduct and carry ourselves as a righteous small remnant in the midst of a wicked, perverse, corrupt, crooked world. This place is corrupt. It's filthy. It don't give a shit about you. It wants you to be slow, stupid, childlike. This is why pranks are popular at an all-time high. This is why sex and women and dancing, these people don't have talent. They're just being used. Don't allow Esau's deception to deceive you too. He wants you to be a bum. He wants you to be lazy. He wants you to be immature. He wants you to be stupid. He wants you to be a nigga. Put that shit away, man. It's time to become a man in the eyes of Yahweh Shemal Shai and the rest of the world. This is what says, this will be your wisdom among the nations. Apply that now. Apply that now. The people you're around, how you conduct yourself. Ask yourself, do I have a good name around these people? Do I have a good name around my brothers? Am I doing what is required of myself? And if not, please, Yahweh Shemal Shai, help me, strengthen me. Give me the strength and courage to cross that threshold from a boy to a man. It's time to become men. We are getting ready to embark on something we've never experienced before, and that's righteous, complete rulership. I would like to look back at my works and be proud in the spirit that I gave everything that I could. Everything. Now, the scriptures say that the righteous will scarcely be saved, but I don't want to scarcely get by now. I understand that's for prophecy, but as now what you're doing, hey, man, go the extra mile, go the extra mile. Just like when the decree went out, we have to do 3 lessons a week. That's gone now. We're supposed to be doing a lesson every day, and you should want to be. You should want to be, Hey, I'm constantly on myself. Damn, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. All right, I got to do this. Then I learned, okay, if there's 5 things that I want to work on, point out 1, handle that, and go to the rest of the 4. You see? Don't just say what you got to do. Get one of them done. Let's get this real quick. First Timothy's. I didn't want to ramble that far. Not ramble, but I didn't want to go. Let's just get these scriptures out. Let's read these scriptures. Let's let the thoughts of Yahweh Shemal Shai speak and not myself. This is 1 Timothy 4. All right. 1 Timothy 4 and 12. It says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers. So we have to be an example to the rest of the believers. If you're in a position to teach, if you're in a position that the Lord has put a spirit on you to break down scriptures, to go to camp, to go to church, all right, to be in the congregation, the ministry. If you've been put in that position, you need to make sure that what you're doing, all right, is not, hindering the growth. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing is not influencing the church for a negative manner, okay? And that's all humility, okay? That's all about humility. You're coming into something. Hey, be appreciative that you're just a part of this, and not always in the spirit of quit. You should shut up. Sometimes just shutting up and taking orders is best, because then you're putting that on and then you're growing. You're like, oh, and then you become, see, just like a son, what he does, listening to his father. We have spiritual fathers, and there's times where brothers have experienced things that other brothers haven't. So when they're putting you on, it's wise to listen and stop thinking that you can do it this way. You see? I'm telling you, man, Yahweh Shemal Shai is tightening things up, man. He's requiring more for us as men, okay? More as men in your mind and in your spirit, you see? And it says, in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. So all these things have to be applied, all right? There is no days off in the truth. Okay. Like I said earlier, now there's times where, you may chill, you may relax, you may even watch some folly. That's fine. But that's because you got the job done for the day. That's because you've met, your I don't want to use the word quota. All right. But if you're teaching, all right, I did my lesson, I got some reading in, some studying in, I did this, I did that. Okay. I could just chill. I could relax because you need that too. You're in the flesh, meaning the flesh needs to rest. Much studying this is a weariness of the flesh. So, understand there is no days off, but there's nothing wrong with having some downtime after you put the work in. But if all you're doing is having downtime and not putting the work in, then you need to examine yourself and get off your lazy ass. The scriptures speak about being a sluggard, okay? Don't be a sluggard in this truth. Nobody wants to be around a sluggard. I know for a fact I don't. I don't. 1 Peter's 5. Let's grab that real quick. All right. 1 Peter's 5. And I'll probably end it on 2nd Ezra's 14. But let's just see. This is 1 Peter's 5 and 5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. So see, when you come into this thing, hey, you don't own yourself. Even we don't own ourselves, okay? I didn't make myself. I didn't make my mind. I didn't make my spirit. Okay, I didn't make myself wake up to the truth. So that should keep us humble. All right. You didn't wake yourself up. All right. So, hey, you need an alarm clock to get up in the morning. It's the Lord who wakes us up ultimately. But my point is having those mindset and those thoughts and understanding that will make it easier for you to humble down and submit yourself to this understanding, to this doctrine, to this church, to this camp, to the teachings. You see? But when you come across and don't want to fully submit, that's going to cause schisms. It's going to cause offenses. It's going to cause grievances. It's going to cause strife. It's going to cause contention because you're not submitting yourself like a man would. Okay. It says, submit yourself unto the elder. And you have a lot of Jakes that have a problem with that. They had a problem with Moses, had a problem with many of righteous men. They had a problem with Yahushai. They have a problem with Yahweh Shem Shai. So if they have a problem with submitting themselves, then get rid of them. Don't need them. See? We're all about growth. This is not stagnant water. This is living water. Okay. You should be the first one to get on yourself. Okay. And that's called discernment. That's why it says, examine thyself, lest ye be reprobates. Then it also says, examine thyself before the day of judgment. So examine yourself. Am I being more like a child, a young man, or am I conducting myself as a man of Yahweh Shem Shai, or an Israelite man of Yahweh Shem Shai? And there's a lot of requirements, but it only feels like a lot of requirements because you're washing your brain from all the filth of what you were required to live by in Babylon. That's why it may feel like a lot, because there's a lot that needs to be fixed. That shows you how much Babylon has done to us. When you feel like, man, I got a lot of work to do, that's because that's all the shit Esau has done to us. We have to wash and put off. You see, it's not a lot of, all we're doing is putting on what was on before. Okay. Submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another. You need to be subject, to the man that's over you. Okay. Because, hey, that man is subject to a man that's over him. And that man that's over him. You see, we're all just following the righteous spirit of a chain of command. And if you are disrupting that righteous chain of command, leading us to a manhood, okay, hey, then things got to be fixed. And you first and foremost should be wanting to fix them yourselves. But if it comes to a point, then a brother will do it for you. And lessons like these are what it's all about, exhortation. So this lesson is just going out who it needs to go out to. This is why it says prophesies to the wind. And then the breath of life came into them. This is what it's all about. It's the spirit speaking expressly. Okay. And it says, and be clothed with humility, for the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Right. Because we will be what? Exalted in due time, as it says. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. See, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. That's right. Look, be sober, be vigilant. Man, there's just so much in here. How can we not read this? Be sober in your mind, meaning, hey, you could be a brother that don't drink, but you could have some drunkenness in your mind because you're conducting yourself in a manner that may be grievous to another brother. See, so there's always things to fix. Are you being sober in your mind? And being sober is discerning your actions, and that's what a man will do. See, put away childish things. So what? You can fill that with what? Being sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. We're a prey here. They're seeking to devour us. It's a constant battle. So you need to constantly stay on your up and up. Stay on your man, stay on being that man, constantly that perseverance, constantly heading to that goal. All right. Now, let's get 1 Corinthians real quick, and then we'll end it on 2nd Ezra. Okay. 1 Corinthians 16. I was telling a brother the other day, man, I was like, hey, this place don't care how old you are. It don't care if you this is your first job. It don't give a shit what you're going through. All right. You need to understand it don't matter if you're 18 or 84. Okay. Esau will chew you up and spit you out. Stop being naive to the Babylonian system. Okay. Stop acting in such a spirit with these people like they will do good to you. Okay. Now we carry ourselves in an honorable manner, but these people don't carry honor to you. You could be honorable to somebody and they'll use that to their advantage to get over on you. Okay. That's why they have that saying, nice guys finish last. But guess what? The first shall be last and the last shall be first. But don't be that dumb, naive, nice guy. Okay. Hey, you got to be hard in this truth. All right. You need to conduct yourself as a hardened man, a stoic. Okay. Not just, oh, well, hey, you can't be so passive in this truth either. Because we ain't living in a world that gives medals to passive men. Okay. 1 Corinthians 16:13. Watch ye stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men. Be strong. All right. You got to be strong in Yahweh Bashim Shai. Look, NLT. Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Be brave. Be strong. See? Be watchful. Stand firm in the faith. Act like men. What's the word man mean? What does a man mean? What does a man mean? Look at this. A servant, okay? A man is a servant, you see? So you are under servitude to Yahweh Bashim Shai, you see? What else they got here? Look at this one. One who has intelligence. So you need to make sure you're walking around with an intelligent mindset, all right, in this world and in the men around you, all right? Now, real quick, let's end it on this. Okay, 2 Ezra 14. All right. And like I said, hey, I love a good laugh, but as a man, you know when to laugh and when to be serious. 2 Ezra 14:14. Let go for the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Okay, childlike nature. Okay. You got to understand you need to conduct and carry yourselves like men. You got a job. You better make sure that you got a good name at that job. You're not just showing up when you want. You got things that need to be done. You got to work on your car, home. Hey, handle responsibility at the end of the day. Handle your responsibilities as a man. That's what this truth is teaching us. We do have a kingdom coming, but the kingdom is within us. We'll end it on that. Call all y'all Bashim Shai. But the kingdom is within you. You see? So how are you conducting yourself? Are you carrying yourself on a level that will be pleasing in our kingdom? Are you carrying yourself with a level that will be legal in our kingdom? That's what you need to ask yourself. How I'm acting. Would I want that? Would I want somebody acting like that when I'm ruling? This is Luke 17:20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is within you. So make sure you're conducting and you're carrying yourself with a kingdom-like mind mentality, okay? A man-mind mentality. Put off that weak nature. Put off that childlike mindset. It's time to become men. Esau don't want you to be a man, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushai does. And brothers, you see, iron sharpened iron. You see? So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has given us all the tools and fundamental things that we need to become better. That's all this is about. Just become better. Just become better. Okay, we're closer to the kingdom today than we were yesterday. So be better than you were yesterday. I'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Baharakodash. I would like and love to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.